but money kept changing hands elsewhere in the world of business, and Mateo joins me now for those stories. Mateo, of course, let's start with troubled MTN at loggerheads with authorities again.
Definitely. Now Nigerian authorities coming out to say they owe them 2 billion rand worth of taxes. And of course, MTN saying they paid about 700 million of those taxes, to the Nigerian government. But, they coming out and reopening the case and saying after high-level calculations, they've now come up with the $2 billion bill that they need to pay in terms of that tax. And it poses a problem for MTN because in terms of its share, it went down about 17% today. A lot of investors feeling that at this current moment, it's a very volatile share, especially in Nigeria. And it's a bit of a tricky one for MTN because it is a market that's very lucrative for them. More than a third of their earnings come from Nigeria because, of course, it's such a populous country. But in terms of the trouble that's coming with being in Nigeria, it's become a problem. We've seen Tiger Brands, Woolworths also coming out, Sun International this week saying they're trying to get out of Nigeria. So it's something that Rob Shatta might have to think about as a CEO going forward to say, yes, it's lucrative, but are we willing to stay and pay all the bills that keep coming up from this market?
Yeah, and Discovery results out. Is it looking healthy or not?
They're looking quite healthy. They had a strong set of results. I think the biggest news was that, they've decided that, since the Registrar of Banks has told them that in order to get into the banking industry, which is something they want to do this year already, Adrian Gore and his team may have, or actually have to let go of FNB's stake in the company. FNB was helping them, of course, with the Discovery credit card. But, Discovery wants to go at it alone and would have to sell that 25% stake in that credit card joint venture, and that will see them going to the banking industry and, compete with the top four and at least with a, upper market within the banking sector.
Oh, talking about money, let's talk about this one. Another interesting addition to the $1 trillion club. Tell us more about that.
Definitely. Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, a guy who started out in a garage in 1994, just selling books. But today he sells whatever he wants. And, that's formed up and become lucrative for him in terms of the business. He's now going to healthcare and, he's in the computing space as well. He's at $167 billion in terms of wealth, and that's better than Warren Buffett and, Bill Gates put together. It's a lot of numbers I have to punch in my head right now, but he's one of the richest men in the world right now at 54, quite a ripe age to be that wealthy. And he doesn't look like a man who's going to stop anytime soon. And, the company today trading into that $1 trillion space, which Apple was the only company to do that. Now, about two giants in the United States. And who says technology is not all about money? I mean, there was a lot of speculating from markets in the US to say, are technology brands really sustainable? And they're proving to be quite a formidable force.
I say after the show, let's go find a garage and start something.
Just start something. You never know.
Maybe in 20 years we'll be billionaires as well. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it, Mateo Karipe, giving us other business news headlines. Now.